Okay, hey, what's up? How's it going? How's your day been? How was work? This is Troy Wagner.
I didn't work today.
Oh, well.
I was off.
I was too. I don't know why I said that. Anyway, hey, this is Troy Wagner, and you're...
Joseph Delage.
And this is the audio commentary for Marble Hornets Season 1. Thank you so much for buying it. Legitimately, I hope. And if you didn't, I hope...
You told your friends you did, so they did.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. Cool.
It's all good. We're all friends here. This first shot, shot June 20th, 2009, a lifetime ago, in our hometown of Helena, Alabama.
Yep.
This was actually before we even did any.
Yeah, the footage you're seeing here. If you could hear the audio of us talking about it, it's just like us talking about what Marble Hornets could possibly become, and it's like
basically us just bouncing ideas of, oh man, that'd be a cool shot.
And I just happened to have my camera with me, and I just stuck it out the window or the windshield, as you see here, from out of Joseph's dirty ass windshield.
You have a dirty ass.
I don't know what to say to that at all.
Neither did I.
But anyway, yeah, this is just driving around like the main street of our hometown. Lots of stuff, as you can see.
And yellow light.
Almost ran a red light.
Almost
broke the law on
whatever.
camera.
Close doesn't count. You know what? If they pulled me over, I'd be like, check it. Check it.
So yeah, there's no law breaking going on yet in Marble Hornets, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah. There's a lot of text in this entry though that took forever to write.
Mainly because of Joseph making fun of how I wrote it.
Yeah, and the grammar still isn't entirely correct, but
it sounds like a way that someone would like naturally write it, I guess. That's can't sound like I'm an English professor writing something about my friend Alex.
Yeah,
Hurley.
let me tweet about this supernatural crap that happened to my friend.
I think my idea is better.
You're an idea.
What? All right, here we are in the first proper entry after the introduction, or entry number 0.
The entry that took 12 hours to shoot.
Yeah, if you think about it. Actually, I think this is the entry that you made like that promise on, like if it reached 1 million views.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I think you know exactly what I'm talking about. You said if this reaches 1 million views, I will streak the entire distance of the introduction video.
No, I'm not remembering that. I think you're incorrect, sir.
No, I think I'm completely
Maybe
correct.
I said I would eat 1 million tacos.
No, it was I will run the entire distance of the introduction video completely naked.
Well, fuck you.
That's what you said.
Entry number 2. This entry was a thing. It took place on a little backwoods road next to the place I worked. Real small, and every time I would mess up on my little monologue,
Which was a lot.
thank you, Troy, I would have to do a 3-point turn right here in the middle and just pray that we didn't get sideswiped by some drunk redneck just going down to do whatever.
Going down to the Little Caesars.
Yeah, going down to Little Caesars. So this was before we actually scripted anything. It was just kind of like, get all these bullet points said before we reach this light coming up. So I didn't a lot. So we would have to turn back around, go back to our starting place, which was my work, and there was a Little Caesars right across from where I was. And while we were basically making a horror film, they were living one, because they just kept repeating the same moment in their lives over and over again as my car just peeled out in the middle of their parking lot and would be gone for about 2 minutes, then come back.
Circle back around.
It was actually kind of surprising that by the end we didn't have a swarm of cop cars waiting on us.
That's later.
Yeah, much later. Interesting stories, both with the arrest and everything afterwards.
Yeah.
That's how I found love.
What? I have a whole lot to say about entry number 3. I mean, it's basically just Joseph's knees as he tears up newspapers. But right now we are eating combos.
Pepperoni pizza combos, the master race of combos, if you will.
Pretty much. They're really good. I mean, they usually taste too pizza saucy to me, but right now they're pretty good. It might be because I've been drinking. But
You've had those 3 beers.
Shut up. All right. I've had like 4.
Okay.
4, and we're already into entry number 3. That's a fantastic sign of things to come.
We have to finish off this 24-pack before midnight, then get another. So we have not much time. Drink fast.
Right, so we talk fast through the entry and then drink fast.
Or just drink fast.
All right. You want to drink right now?
Yeah. Drink.
As entry number 3 goes on. Yeah, it's some nice woods. Drink.
This is actually outside your house. No, this is a Walmart.
Oh, this is a Walmart. Yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot that we went
My
to
mistake.
a Walmart.
They look very similar.
What?
I don't know.
That doesn't... whatever. Okay. Oh, hey, not that map there behind you. This is actually my dad's office.
And I'm playing a very rousing game of Windows locked screen.
Yeah. Were you just like typing Google or something? And like typing in Google to Google and then going to Google and typing Google?
No, I was actually at your dad's password screen.
Oh,
I was just typing random letters.
Oh, hey, I totally forgot about this. Like this, how choppy and gross looking this footage is right here of basically my parents' backyard. That was never actually intended. That was just my editing software just messing up when I rendered it from there. Like actually saved it from there. It just totally destroyed it. But I didn't actually. This is back when I didn't actually watch them before I posted them.
You're an amateur.
Obviously. And here we are the next day when I think you're wearing my shirt.
No, that's mine.
Nice handing off of the camera to me.
No problem. Teamwork. And safety.
Wait, what? Teamwork and safety? What did you say?
Nothing.
Whatever. You know what? This is like entry number 4 and you're already just saying shit to say shit. Why are you doing that?
You're a shit.
You can't just end everything like that. This is the, shortly before entry number 4 was made, or shot, or whatever, we had our first of, I'd say, about 3 or 4 encounters with the police while actually making Marble Hornets.
Yeah, this isn't the original park we were going to use. We had been scouting with the location earlier that day, I think it was, or maybe the night before, and a police cruiser pulled up and basically told us to get out and not return ever again. So we had to find another place.
This one was actually a lot closer to my house, and I completely forgot about it until we got kicked out of that other park. And it looks pretty good. It looks creepy at night. The only problem is like that gross fluorescent green bulb that we're walking under. But
whatever.
I mean, it worked fine for what we needed it for. All right, entry number 5 is in Oak Mountain State Park. In what is it like? What would you consider Hoover?
No, it's Pelham.
Pelham? Okay.
Oh yeah, it's basically about 10, 15 minutes tops away from our houses.
We never really traveled like more than 20 minutes away from our own homes for locations in Marble Hornets. Really, this is I think we're actually location scouting while we were doing this, looking for places to actually shoot.
Yeah, like this gazebo is used.
Yeah, it's used later when Tim and the girl that plays Sarah comes in. It's actually in this very gazebo right here.
Yep.
Foreshadowing.
And
but, obviously it's
this is the first video where we introduce
Sorry, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that.
Oh, who's that laughing? It's Grill, our big cheese producer.
Where did you come from?
The whole deal was you guys weren't supposed to say that on here.
That was when you started laughing.
Well, I laughed because you guys are funny.
God.
I was just trying to be part of the... I was trying to be like the audience member sitting at home.
So basically,
laughter.
yeah, I was going to say, you're the laugh track, right? I can't believe you just said
Can we
that.
just record us 3 laughing at the same time and have that interspersed throughout, especially during extremely somber moments?
We should re-release Marble Hornets with a laugh track. I think it would be...
It's like, hey, look, here's some... Anytime there's any kind of audio distortion, the audience just thinks it's hilarious.
It's actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Should we tell them that it's just Joseph doing the noise with his mouth the whole time?
It sounds very close to what it actually sounds like. His mouth actually sounds like what I made it into with the audio distortion, but that's just him.
Yeah.
The commentary track is not messing up. Oh man,
That was a great burp.
thank you.
That was a really quality burp.
That's some really limp wrist you got going on, Joseph.
Are we still recording?
Oh, we're still recording.
Yeah.
Oh.
Say something interesting.
Sorry, I just kind of blanked out there.
Oh,
I was in
look
a
at all
beer
this.
haze.
You sound like when you're talking, the small amount of you talking that we can hear, you sound like the worst director ever.
I am the worst director ever.
You're just like, oh yeah, we're here at
That's
this
actually a point of pride
we're here at
for me.
the state park, and there's some trees. And I'm like, trees. These trees look really cool. Here's a fire pit. We're gonna do the hunting camp.
That's a
part
really
here."
good Joseph impression.
Thank
For everybody
you.
listening back home, that was actually Troy doing a Joseph impression. That wasn't actually Joseph.
It sounds a lot like him, but
I don't think that's fine.
I think it's really funny, Troy. You're
I think that
hilarious.
offends me.
It's funny.
I'm Troy. I have a bunch of dolls in my room that I don't like to talk about.
Wait,
and
what?
I practice kissing them.
Wait, what?
What? Why would you say that? People are gonna listen.
I think we're going to take this track, guys. I think we're going to take this take of the thing with you, with the dolls.
Good.
in
I
your
want the
room.
world to know about Troy.
I think the world's going to know about this.
Kissing dolls. That's what he calls them, kissing dolls.
Kissing dolls?
Mhm.
Really?
No, I call them practice people. All right, like they're just.
Because that's less serial killer thing to say.
Well, you
Practice
know what?
people.
You know what? More people.
No,
the world
he's
will be
very
better if people
gentle
practice more. Okay, more practice you do, the better you're going to be at something. You know.
He's very gentle with them.
That's-
Not homicide.
I cradle them. Sorry, I keep eating your combos. They're really good.
It's okay. I
Despite what I said earlier about them. Yeah, this intro took a very long time to shoot.
I think if you count it like as a ratio, it was by far the longest shooting towards like the actual length of the video.
Not
any of
no
those.
goofing off going on at all. But
Yeah.
basically, what happened is this is, as you can tell, I'm in a very dark area right now, holding this camera, and I kept tripping over. This is at my parents' house. I kept tripping over like the litter boxes from my parents'
shit.
cats, and I kept. So basically, this one took forever to shoot because of cat shit.
Yeah.
There's
Pretty much.
just cat shit. That's like what I can blame it on.
Entry number 7.
This one we I think this is the only time in the first season that we shot an entire entry, watched it, and were like, we can't post this. This is not good, and then went back a few days later and completely reshot it.
See, you say it like that. I like to think that it was so good that we had to shoot it twice.
Oh yeah,
That doesn't make
it
any sense.
twice as good.
No, it makes sense. All of this stuff is actually just us talking and me dropping stuff, and
Oh yeah,
it's real, man. It's raw.
There's way more behind the scenes stuff in this than you realize, because right here, Joseph dropping the script, he actually, did that. He was so inept that he completely dropped the script outside of the car. It was like, oh wait, hold on, I dropped the script. He's actually talking to Brian right then, and it was just whatever. But the first time we shot this, it was raining. It was miserable. It wasn't going very well. And when we saw it, we watched it on the camera afterwards, and we were like, this looks great. This looks perfect. And then we got it back. I think we were just in denial. You want to get that?
No, I'm good.
Who's texting you like midnight?
Brett Ferguson,
Oh.
if you're watching here, commented on a photo of me, and also Aaron Get Explosive Linville. So shout out to you guys. Good job.
What's up? Thanks for commenting on that thing and interrupting my story.
It's okay.
I
What were you
completely
saying?
lost my train of
I don't
thought
think
now.
anyone cared, really.
I can't imagine how relevant this is going to be to people at home if I don't give a shit. I mean,
Yeah.
that's but
You know
no,
what?
but I mean, you can bring people in. I mean, who are these people
Hey,
that
these
are
might be
commenting?
people that bought the DVD, so thank you, guys.
Thanks. Wait, who was it?
It was...
We're naming people specifically who buy the DVD.
It was
Brett-
Brett
that's-
Ferguson.
Thank you,
and-
Brett Ferguson, for buying the DVD, if you did.
And Aaron Get Explosive Linville.
I don't think that's her real middle name.
Hey, Facebook said it's true.
Anyway, long story short, we shot it once, it was bad. We shot it again, it was better. So my mom in this entry was actually sitting, I don't know, maybe 10 feet away from us as we were filming
The
this.
room next over without a door between us.
Yeah, there's absolutely no door. And I was like, as we started filming it, after we finished drawing everything on these papers, I was just like, Mom, turn off the TV. We're making a movie, okay? And she did.
Super serial.
We're being super serious right now with our movie makings for the YouTubes. And
But in all seriousness, we love our parents and we thank our moms and dads for letting us film in their houses.
for like 6 entries.
Oh, hi, Tim.
Hi,
Hey,
Tim.
everybody.
Tim's here. How are you doing today, Tim?
I'm doing swell.
This
How are you
is
doing
the
today?
first entry that you were ever in.
I
What
know,
a
it was
coincidence.
beautiful.
It's crazy that you just walked in.
Just walked in as we were watching the first one that you were in. God, look at that shirt.
Look at those
I'm actually
sideburns.
I'm actually kind of disappointed with the people that were trying to analyze what was on my shirt because they missed the most prominent feature and the reason that I bought it, which is the fact that on the right-hand side, that blue smudge is a chimp in a suit holding a gun. But people couldn't see that for some reason, I guess because that's a shadowy side of me or something. I don't really know.
It's your dark side.
I seriously smoked like an entire pack in this entry because we did so many takes.
All for the craft.
But you were okay with that because you smoked like a pack a day already.
That's a lie. That's a dirty lie.
Look
Put
at
by the
stop
tobacco
smoking.
companies to sell DVDs.
You are relaxing so hard against that.
That's because there's a bench like right behind my knees that you can almost see there, and I'm supposed to look all nonchalant, but it's hard to look nonchalant when there's seriously like a 2 foot long bench behind my legs. So I just kind of have to lean back as far as I can and hope I look natural.
I think the lounge, though, helps your attitude, though, because
the character doesn't care.
It really does, because I bring I really grill Joseph in this entry.
Oh, yeah. All the dialogue is improv, and pretty much every ice burn throughout Marble Hornets that Tim does is just on the spot.
Yeah.
Well,
he says...
he hurt my feelings. I'm not gonna
Well,
lie.
in this one, Troy's not actually supposed to technically be there.
Yeah.
Like, he's there, but he's not supposed to be, like, in the actual video, but... Whenever you hear me do the little Joseph ice burn near the end, you can actually just barely hear Troy next to the camera go, oh.
you say it like you don't have any money. You spend so much money on tapes, you couldn't afford real actors anyway. And that was just out of nowhere. And when you said it, I was like, oh my God, that's so good.
I could have sworn that I warned you about that previously, but maybe that was just
No, you just said it out of nowhere. But, yeah, like, this is actually at a state park. Oh, hey, Steph, what's up?
Yeah, Seth actually wasn't a character until the night before this, when the girl that played Sarah was like, hey, is it cool if my boyfriend comes along? And we're like, yeah, sure, Seth's cool.
He's now the
that's
cameraman.
actually his name, Seth.
Yeah.
So he made our job easy.
Yeah. That script she's looking at is actually just the actual script. I mean, like we say, we improv it, but there's just like little bullet points of, hey, make sure you say this. Hey, make sure you ask for a script. Hey, make sure that Tim smokes a pack. Actually,
Make sure
it's kinda
Joseph yells at
it's
a
kind of
dog.
like a less professional Curb Your Enthusiasm or something.
Right,
just
right.
Like,
if you think about it, this would be an editor's nightmare because Tim is constantly lighting and unlighting a cigarette in the middle of the scene, and that'd be a terrible thing for an editor to have to look at of like, oh, his cigarette disappeared. Sorry.
well, because Troy asked me, like, could you, like, smoke during the scene? And I said, sure. But obviously we ended up spending, like, a couple of hours shooting this. So I burned through most of it because, I have to have one lit pretty much the entire time the camera is on, which is most of it.
Guys, you're forgetting one thing, that Seth's dog was actually there.
Oh yeah, that
And
was
it's-
actually Seth's dog. That was
And-
You
there.
brought your dog!
brought your dog!
And I felt so bad yelling at it because it's so cute.
Right. You're mean.
Alright, for the To The Arc videos, we're not going to be actually talking about them. We're going to be telling jokes, dirty, nerdy, or bad.
So stay tuned. Yay! Joseph,
What?
can you think of anything to say about entry number 10 that's interesting? Because I can't.
That's interesting. No.
I feel like it's a good entry. I feel like it kind of speaks for itself.
There's grass and trees. And
This entry is just kind of disorienting, just looking at it, and it's really, there's not a really interesting story to go along with it, or anything like that, so...
it's dark. There's a flashlight. It's dark. There's a flashlight.
It's a good entry, but
It sounds like
hard to commentate on.
Sounds like you really like it.
I do. I'm enthralled by it right now.
It's just so interesting to me to watch this.
You guys really hate everything you do.
Yes, actually.
This one, I don't know about this one. It's all right.
I think we should hold on. Let's stop talking and just enjoy it. I think if you guys actually enjoyed what you guys filmed, you would actually like it.
All right, let's try to watch this for a
Just
second.
watch it.
This camera is not being held still at all.
Okay, so we got some camera movement.
You know what? I think I know what he's talking about now.
I think we really should have planted the camera on a tripod.
I'm
for this.
starting to like this. I don't know about you.
I just don't know.
like it
I don't
up.
think you can hold the camera still.
I'm kind of getting into it.
I'm starting to feel.
Why was
human
this not
emotion
during the
again.
daytime?
Troy,
Why use a flashlight?
Troy, I'm having an epiphany, and you're just still being a cynical asshole.
Whoa.
I'm like.
What's so great about it? What's so great about
I
it?
think I know what love is again.
Again,
You'll never know what love is.
You will never know what love is.
So have you been to the new O.J. Simpson website?
Really, O.J. Simpson jokes?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. What's the address?
It's at //escape.
Nice. Nice.
Entry number 11. I'm excited about this one.
This one's exciting because it's our new place.
Yay!
We moved out into the world. Took about a month because, we're 20-something-year-old males, have lots of things to pack.
Mainly makeup for me.
Makeup, furniture,
Makeup bags. I had like
lingerie,
20 makeup bags alone.
hair products.
Yeah.
That shelf you just saw actually is just filled with like herbal essences. Stuff.
I love that shampoo. That
The
shampoo just makes my hair just so full and
volume is.
Is that why you were
great.
moaning in the bathroom earlier?
no, but Unrelated. Yes.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, it was the shampoo.
Shampoo.
Yeah, it was exactly.
Yeah,
that.
Mom, I was just shampooing my hair.
Yeah. I shampoo my hair. It's fine. That's what I do.
It's funny because we were actually talking about this earlier. How it didn't seem like a lot of people noticed how stark of a change it was. And
Suddenly we're in this completely new location.
yeah, I mean, we wrote it in as two different places, but it was out of necessity,
Right.
more than anything at the time.
Yeah.
It's an alright place.
It's all right. I mean, we don't live there anymore. We actually just moved down the street from it to like a less nice version of that house. I kind of miss it though. But
You miss the house?
yeah, it's all right.
It was a little roomy.
Yeah.
I like being on one story.
Yeah. Joseph doesn't like stairs.
Really? Talk about that. Why don't you like stairs?
It hurts my knees and my ankles and stuff.
So do you like escalators?
Yes.
Okay.
I actually try to do as little work as possible. At
Yeah,
any
he
given
insisted
time.
he insisted we install escalators in our new place.
Actually, Troy, if you could just go ahead and work my jaw for me, so I didn't have to work so much when I was talking.
All right, hold on. Let me go there and get it for you.
Yeah.
So why'd the fish get kicked out of a school?
I don't know. Why?
He got caught with seaweed.
Wow.
So, funny story about entry number 12.
How funny is it?
You sound like you're about to die.
This is exciting.
It's 100%.
You have me pumped up for this story, Troy.
It's 100% hilarity. So
Hurry up, I might
going
die.
back through the raw footage, I realized that apparently there was someone having sex in a car close to where we were filming.
What?
Wait, what?
Yeah, it was like before every take started,
How did we not
Brian
hear about
would
this?
say something like, "Oh God, they're still doing something in that car. The car's shaking."
Then why did we film this shit?
Yeah, why did we not... You didn't film that?
Obviously, we didn't. I mean, I would have put it on the.
You're a dick.
That's-
You know that?
Well, I'm sorry. I thought what you were doing was more important.
We could have made a lot more money off of the other shot, though.
Ladies and gentlemen, fans of Marble Hornets, if you're mad that there's no shot on this DVD of people banging in a car, you can blame Troy Wagner.
What
I
a
didn't
dick.
think it was that important. All right, I think we need to have a hipster joke in here somewhere.
It's about time, yeah.
Yeah. So, how many hipsters does it take to screw in a light bulb?
How many, Troy?
It's a pretty obscure number. You probably never heard of it. So, Joseph, true or false?
True.
Let me finish.
Oh.
True or false? We hated each other while we were making this.
While we were making... Yes.
Hint, you were right
True.
the first time.
Yes.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
The entry, not all of Marble Hornets.
Entry number dehydration.
Oh, God. So while we were making this,
It's kind of hot in Alabama.
I don't know if you realize this, but it's kind of humid in Alabama, and when you're in the summer in the woods,
Mm-hmm.
Balls hot, I believe is the scientific term.
what was it?
Balls hot.
Yeah, it was
Newton coined that, yeah.
balls hot. It was pretty much balls hot the entire time. Multiple takes of this. We had absolutely no water to drink. Joseph and I were about to die while we were making it.
actually drenched in sweat at the end of this. It was awful.
Fantastic mental image.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
Just me. Just everyone imagine me.
Just watch this and imagine the sweat pouring off every part of your body.
Which is how he looks right now. Also,
Yeah.
Joseph is covered in sweat.
I
right
have
now.
very active sweat glands.
It's something you get used to. Really, it's like
It's a blessing and a curse. A curse because normal society doesn't really like it. A blessing because fetish videos do.
Yeah, and it doesn't smell. I would say you give more of like a rosemary than a body odor.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's the diet, honestly.
But I'm just saying,
I wish
during this entry, it got a little excessive.
Yeah.
It got excessive.
But yeah, I hate you.
It was terrible. I hated it, every second of it.
So are you guys familiar with, where kids that are like in abusive families go and stuff? Like once they're taken away?
Child services and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually have a success story that I heard about recently. And, they try to keep these kids in the family as much as possible a lot of the times. So this kid had an abusive father and mother, and so they were going to take him out of the household, and they're like, well, how about if we just send you to your grandparents for a while while we get it straightened out? The child's like, no, they beat me worse than my parents do. Where do you think they learned it from? It's like, okay, well, you have an aunt and an uncle or something like that. How about one of them? It's like, no, it's a genetic thing. These people are all maniacs. I'm just going to get beat wherever I go. So the judge actually sat down and he deliberated for a little bit and came back, and he thought up the solution. And now the child is actually being looked after by the Carolina Panthers because they can't beat anybody.
Sports.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Sports.
Entry number 14, or Why You Can't Trust Troy Myself.
That's a really good alternate title. I think we should have added that into the actual...
That actually probably should have been the YouTube description.
Why you can't trust us. Should have gone over perfectly.
This is actually our roommate at the time's room. He was somewhere. I don't know.
He's at work or something, whatever.
Yeah, we didn't want to mess up our own rooms, though. So
obviously.
This was really our only option.
Yeah.
So we just went in there, wrecked up the place, and filmed. He'd actually, I think we did a pretty good job putting it back together because he didn't notice until he watched the video. He's like,
yeah,
did you guys, did you shoot in my room by the chance?
And we were like, define shoot.
Yeah.
Wait. Did he really not notice, or was he going through like a week of like trying to figure out where the blood on his pillow came from? And
he did bring that up, but we were kind of like, whoa, man, whatever you do in your own room is all your business.
And whatever we do in your room is our own business.
Right. So just back off.
I mean,
man.
we're cool with admitting that we were in your room, but I mean...
But just stop asking.
Stop asking questions about it.
Yeah,
like,
no.
We don't
ask questions you don't want the answer to.
I mean,
we don't ask you what you do in your room, so why ask us what we do in your room?
Yeah,
it's a courtesy thing.
2 men in a room with a video camera with the lights off.
I think I've seen that video.
Yeah,
it's good.
Thanks.
We were actually just doing.
It's actually entry number 14.
Yeah. For all of you who want to see that video, you actually need to be 18 on YouTube.
Yeah, it's one of those ones that when it's really
or just live when you register.
Or hey, there's kids listening to this.
Whatever. They're on the internet. They've seen worse.
That's true. By the time this gets out, they'll be like 40.
Yeah. That's blood, Alex.
Thanks.
Good blood on your face. I really appreciate that.
My real ambition in life is to be a makeup artist.
Yeah, just specifically blood, I can tell.
Okay, so a neutron walks into a bar, says to the bartender, "Give me a drink." The bartender says, "For you, no charge." Woo!
Hey Tim,
Hey.
what's up? You're back for
How's
another.
the cage?
It was cold, dark, damp.
It's all right. We're back with another Tim tree, so you can talk.
Tim tree. What's a Tim tree?
That's an entry with a Tim in it.
Wow! I didn't even notice. I did not even notice that Tim was even in this entry.
Oh, that's a shame considering the fact that the actual name of it on YouTube is Interview with Tim. It's like the only one that doesn't have just an entry number on it, I think.
Right. I don't know why. Oh, hey, it's Tim drinking some water.
In
I
fact,
love
I'm pretty sure
water.
a lot of people make a big deal about it, not just having like the entry
Right.
number in the description of the
Right.
video.
I think that's
Like,
Oh,
I
hey,
think this is significant.
I think some people there's like a poster on the wall. They're like, "Oh my god, what was that on the wall? Is that some kind of cryptic message?" It's just a very strange poster of Einstein.
and they didn't even
Like he
notice
doesn't
me
even
hiding
look
behind
like
it.
Einstein. It's just kind of warped looking. But yeah, this was shot in the physics building, hence the Einstein.
I thought it was the
poster.
astronomy building.
It's both.
Oh, really?
It's both.
Oh, I didn't know
They
that. I
can
didn't
do
know
them
that.
both in the same building.
Physics
Believe
and
that.
astronomy?
Exactly.
Wow, this is like, what, the student lounge that you had a key to or something?
Yeah, you have to like buy a key or put a deposit on a key or something. But like,
And then some people walked in on us at one point.
well, this
Yeah,
was
they were like,
the
hey, are you guys busy? And we're like, yeah. And they're like,
Yes, we're very busy with physics right now. Go away.
yeah. This was. Yeah, I think we had to stop a couple of takes because occasionally there would be a knock on the doors like, "Excuse me, can we study in here?"
No!
Like, no, you can't.
Get out.
This is official faculty room only.
That's what it is now. Get out.
While I'm lounging
Ignore the
hard.
camera.
This was probably one of the entries where we had to do the least amount of work for people to draw their own conclusions about what
Right.
was happening.
Right.
For instance, like they were saying, "Oh, he can't quit fidgeting. That must mean he's nervous about something." No, I just couldn't quit fidgeting
Yeah.
Because
because
he
I
was
had
nervous about
nothing.
acting.
Yeah, I was nervous about my amazing acting skills.
Yeah, you got that pinky out. Like, that's the only thing I noticed about this picture when I watched it again is that your pinky is like...
You're I've never really noticed how disturbing my hands look.
It kind of reminds
Like
me
I
of a
really
raptor
have
claw.
like Tales of the Crypt.
Are you
Crypt
part
Keeper hands or
dinosaur?
something.
Part
I think I
raptor?
might be part raptor.
Yeah. I mean, that's hooked out like one of the claws on their feet.
You like...
I mean, if Jurassic Park has taught me anything, it's that Tim is a dinosaur.
you destroyed that paper, too. You were like, you could not leave it alone. You were just like, fucking...
I'm
No,
pretty sure
I-
that's
I-
the script again, too.
It is a script.
It is
like,
a script.
Thanks. Now we can't sell it on eBay.
Oh.
Here's a script that Tim couldn't stop messing with.
They also thought that there was scars all over my arms, but that's just I'm just
Okay,
hairy.
arms.
I'm just hairy. I make Robin Williams look like a smooth skinned bodybuilder or something in comparison because
So, wait, what?
what?
Bodybuilder?
Dear
How do you
everyone,
make
Robin Williams is hairy. That was the joke.
So
My
yeah,
favorite
this more or less the dialogue in this is again it's kind of improv, but we were like, hey, here's bullet points of hey, don't forget to mention the animals. Don't forget to mention that you're
I
trying
think
to do
the
a
animals
screen
was
test.
made up about halfway through the second take of this,
Yeah, I think
actually.
so.
And like halfway through the day, I was just sitting at the end of the table making vaguely directorish motions with my hand.
Yeah, Joseph would kind of like fling his arms around, and I'd be like,
Like,
I don't
yeah.
know what you want me to say.
It was mostly probably just quit fidgeting, quit
Yeah.
messing with the
no,
paper.
it was actually more like talk faster, talk slower, talk faster, talk slower.
I
Really-
think one take we did. It was like the first take or the second take went on for about like 10 minutes because we couldn't stop. Like we get off on tangents and stuff. Be like, hey, what was Alex like as a person? You know, like how have he?
What was his perfect date like?
Yeah.
Where was he born? What was his hometown like?
What are
Can you
his
tell me what
turn-ons?
his favorite color
What are-
is?
Before we get started with the screen test, I just really need to know what is Alex's favorite color. This is very important.
It was basically a desperate attempt at how can we get exposition into this series
Right.
without putting too much text on the screen or
That's
something,
pinky.
I guess.
Also, was there a guy in a suit who looked funny? Was he around there? No.
And did he happen to be emaciated and or thin?
Slender,
slender
maybe.
even. Yeah, like maybe even slender. I think this is
Oh,
the
script.
There's the script.
there's a script you can.
Or is that like your syllabus or something?
It might actually. I don't
That
know.
actually looks kind of.
That looks like
syllabus.
way too many words for a script.
Yeah, especially one of our.
I think
season one
that's
scripts.
my notebook, so it has like my syllabus for one of my classes.
And
in
of
it, so
course,
I
you
just
start
pull that
tapping a
out.
pencil, just like,
Doot, doot,
doot, doot. When are we going to be done?
And
Well,
how about
right
right
So what do a tornado and a redneck divorce have in common?
I don't know what.
Either way, someone's going to lose a trailer.
Okay, so how long is this one right here?
This one is 7 minutes 57 seconds. Just
Alright.
under 8 minutes.
What are we gonna talk about for that?
I actually think we've talked a lot about Marble Hornets. I think people want to hear about just you guys.
Okay,
Hi.
Because you're fascinating, and
we're not fast.
you have kind eyes.
You can't tell that,
They're
but he's
doe-like.
absolutely right. I totally agree with that. We do have very kind eyes, especially Joseph.
Aw,
What was your guys' life like before this whole fiasco, this Marble Hornets thing?
This whole fiasco?
Slightly-
Wow, thank you.
Slightly worse.
I mean fiasco in the best way possible.
Oh, okay.
Since we're putting it in kind terms, slightly worse.
Slightly worse.
Slightly
Yes.
worse, yeah.
A lot worse.
Okay.
You first,
Uh,
Joseph.
Care to elaborate?
You go first.
Applebee's.
Oh,
Apple
okay.
Bears.
Applebee's.
I almost feel like you don't even need to say anything else. But tell us the whole story.
Well, when I moved down with Troy and everything, found a job at Applebee's.
For legal reasons, let's say Applebee's.
Apple Bears.
Applebee's.
Apple Bears.
The Apple Abyss.
The Apple
The
Bears.
Applebee's, yeah.
Yeah.
And I worked as a server there for quite a while. Ended up getting fired. Probably the best thing that ever happened.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened?
Drank on the job.
Nice. Hey, wait, hold on. Let's all high five right now. That's where we're high fiving. Woo!
I don't know why
To
we're
drinking
high-fiving,
on-
but
to
to
drinking
drinking
on
on
the
the job.
To
Which is what we're doing.
irresponsibility.
Yeah.
Um,
Do I consider this a job? I guess I do.
Lesson to you kids: never be responsible.
Yeah.
No, what Applebee's does during special holidays is they make Jello shots. Sell them for $1 a piece, and there's normally a whole lot left over, just because.
They just throw them out too.
And,
Great waste of alcohol.
So we keep them in this back freezer, and one day while I was during my hourly manager thing, I
Which is to say nothing.
yeah, overpaid, underworked, but I had to go get some ice for us because our ice machine busted, and I was taking a bunch of bags to the freezer where the Jello shots were, and took one. It's something I had done before.
Didn't you take like 4? That's what I
No,
heard.
just this one time. It was only one.
Oh, okay.
I had taken,
Other times you had done like
I had
4.
taken plenty before, both with other workers, managers,
Yeah.
whatever, and it was all cool. Turn around.
But this is not because you like drinking. This is just you love Jello.
This was because
Of
I
course.
hated Applebee's.
At Applebee's.
Kids, if you see Jello, just eat it. Like
Yeah,
it
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it's a grown-up party. Also, eat any brownies that your parents make.
Yeah.
Right.
All the time.
Or even your not parents make. But anyway,
Actually, I think I have to stop right here, just really quick, to say that we're kidding.
of course, of course.
Do not drink on the job and then start a web series, because you will end up as unhappy as we are.
Yeah. But to continue the story, I turn around and one of my managers is there. And I should note that this manager in particular was known for taking 30-minute naps while the store was open, like being drunk on the job 50% of the time, anything like that. So I was just like, hey, what's up? And, did my own thing. The next day, we're actually moving
Yeah, we're
to
moving
a
out
new
of this.
apartment.
We're moving out of this very townhouse right here.
Yeah. And I call in because it's taking a little bit longer. I'm like, hey, is it cool if I'm a little bit late? I'm like, well, don't be here a minute past blank time. I'm like, okay, that's a little extreme given all the
Now,
work.
blank, because you can't remember the time, or because he said fuck?
No, after the time.
Okay.
So I go in and our GM is there.
Let's see if
and
you're censoring yourself.
Yeah.
no, absolutely,
Bleep.
absolutely fucking not. Like the GM is standing there and he's like, "All right, come back to the office with me," and
Ooh, a super serious time.
yeah,
Whoa.
getting promoted, getting fired, getting fucked. One of the three.
Right.
As it turns out,
Or 2 of the 3.
yeah. Anyway, so he's like, so I hear, did you take a Jello shot on the job today? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I appreciate you being honest with me. You're fired. It's like, damn, not even giving me a reach around.
Yeah, great. Fist bump. Way to go.
But yeah, it was actually a pretty good thing because, God,
Did he at least write you a nice letter of recommendation?
he did actually. He's
Like,
like,
he's drunk, but he's honest.
yeah, he was actually like, you know what? I see no need to mention this to any further employers. just tell them you needed a change.
Right.
I was like, cool.
I needed to not work at
I'm
Applebee's.
taking my drunk ass to another restaurant.
Yeah.
And then I stumbled out.
And that's when you worked for a year at Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
Stumbled out, broke a bottle over a customer's head, and then that was it.
And that was
the
it,
last
right.
time you were ever there.
Sadly, I wasn't smooth enough to go to the bar at Applebee's right after being fired and getting a drink.
That would have been
I was.
money.
Our other roommate actually said, "Man, you missed a golden opportunity." I was like,
Oh, right. Yeah.
That's true.
"Yeah."
Wait, Troy, you worked at the AB too, right?
Yeah, Joseph actually got me the job, and I hate him
I'm
forever
so
for
sorry.
it.
Aw.
I stand by this assumption, probably forever. I will stand by this forever. Is that you will never know the extent of human cruelty until you work at Applebee's as a server.
Really?
It was terrible hourly pay. You know, they got away with paying you well under minimum wage because
Sure.
it's like
It's an Applebee's.
yeah, like because they're like, oh, you're gonna get tips, I'll be fine. But the clientele of Applebee's is a little.
Hey,
They don't-
hey,
they
hey!
don't-
I eat at Applebee's.
Well, I hope you tip. You definitely be in the minority.
I always give 15% on every.
I will
bill.
say there was one time when I worked there that I had a table. Wow, I wish my phone would stop ringing. I had a table and they requested to not have me as their server because they were like, I just don't want to have someone that's gay serving me. Like they thought I was a gay person.
A gay.
A gay.
A gay.
You weren't just gay. You were a gay.
I was. They're like, I just don't want one of them gays serving me.
Right.
It should be noted that at this point in time, Troy had a girlfriend.
Who also worked at Applebee's. And
Right.
She might have even been working that day.
Did
Yeah.
you give her the gay?
What?
What?
Yeah. Let's see what you're just calling me. But yeah, I mean that working at Applebee's
It's Tim.
made
Oh,
me.
Tim's here.
Oh, is Tim here?
He's
might be.
here again.
Oh,
Tim,
hey.
Tim keeps coming in and out.
Where is Tim?
I
Maybe
don't-
he lost his way. Is that him coming through there?
No, I don't see him.
Oh, I guess he's on his way.
So this commentary is really going well, by the way. Guys.
Yeah, I think it's going great.
A lot
Come back.
of looking for Tim in the parking lot.
Where's Tim? This isn't as good without Tim, or good at all without Tim.
We missed Tim.
Oh,
Tim.
I really wish he would come back.
Wait, Tim worked at Applebee's.
Yes.
For a very short time, yeah.
I do such bad things to my friends, like give them jobs at
Applebee's.
So no matter how scary Marble Hornets gets, everybody should know it's not as scary as working at Applebee's.
Absolutely, that's absolutely true.
That's I think we all learned an important lesson here.
Yeah, don't be a server. It's not much fun. Don't be a server at like a chain restaurant.
Exactly. I was actually going to go apply tomorrow morning, but now I won't.
It's a great idea. So
Yeah, I feel like we. Yeah.
learn
That
a
was
lot
solid
about
8
yourself.
minutes. Good
We've
job,
solid
guys.
8 minutes. Wait, we have another like 5 seconds on
Hey guys, why did the blonde jump off a bridge?
Why?
Because she was manic depressive and suicidal.
That's not funny at all.
Hey Tim, you're back. What's up?
I'm still here.
You have amazing timing. This is
I
another
know,
10
like,
entry. and
I
you're
just
back to
I just
commentate.
happened to dig my way out of the pit you guys buried me in.
Yeah.
Just in time,
this
too.
entry.
Wait, you did what? Out of the-
What? No. Oh. What? That pit.
I'm just gonna let you guys talk, and I'm gonna drink beer and mess on my phone.
So Tim.
So it'd be like any other Marble Hornets entry then.
Yep.
Heyo. All right. So.
You guys are jerks.
Funny story. I'm not making this up. In a couple of takes for this entry, notice how you can't really see below Tim's like waistline in any shot here.
I realized that pants were irrelevant to the scene.
Tim realized that pants were optional.
So I used that to my full ability.
There's a few takes where Tim is not wearing pants. I'm not kidding. He just did the entire scene without pants on, and
I wanted everyone to see my Batman underwear. Okay.
it's pretty good underwear too.
I know.
And I
I'm
think
right now.
there's one take where like when you first do it, we just absolutely cannot stop laughing, and Joseph, in character for Alex, is like trying to like wrangle us in, like, okay, Tim, just relax, we need to do this take, and like,
But I was too
you and
busy
I can't stop laughing.
But
about the
that and I
fact
was too busy stuffing expired coupons in my mouth. It's like,
after the camera stopped rolling, well, when you thought the camera stopped rolling, you walked over to like a pile of our junk mail and started like crumpling it up and stuffing it in your lips.
And like part of it was me riffing, but part of me is just sort of like staring at Joseph with like just coupons in my lips, just trying my best to
talking about Brian.
keep my poker face, talking about Brian and our corn pop cereal.
He's going to get our corn pop cereal.
That was got anti-gravity boots.
Yeah. Wait, what are you talking about?
So, little Johnny goes to school, and the teacher says, "Today we're going to learn about multi-syllable words. Does anyone have an example?" So little Johnny raises his hand, and he says, "I do, teacher." The teacher's like, "All right, Johnny, lay it on us. What do you have?" "Masturbate." And the teacher's like, "Wow, Johnny, that's quite a mouthful." Johnny says, "No, ma'am, you're thinking of a blowjob."
That's good.
Computer wizards.
Computer wizards did something bad.
They did. You might have noticed, or you will now that I'm pointing it out, that the audio is significantly worse.
The sound quality has dropped exponentially.
That is because malicious computer wizards destroyed the original commentary for this when we had access to a good microphone, and now we're just using a tabletop one. We actually just recorded some commentary that got deleted when Audacity crapped out on us.
Yep.
Hopefully this works. Otherwise, you're just going to have silent commentary. Deal with it.
So anyway, now that that disclaimer is out of the way, welcome to Entry 18, the one where, to an outside observer, as we were filming it anyway, made me look like, what'd you call it?
The world's most inept burglar.
Right, yeah.
You knocked on the door to make sure no one was home. Then you would go back inside through the back and wander around a little bit, then come back out and, I don't know.
Repeat the process if we were doing another take.
Very absent-minded. Like maybe you forgot your...
Like, oh crap, I forgot I was going to rob this place.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Actually, okay, hold on. You keep talking about how this love seat here made a great fort when it was flipped upside down, and you said you brought all the pillows up there. Those pillars are still there. I just now noticed. Yeah, when Jay walks up to it, those pillars are still there. So the ones you built a fort out of, the remnants of that fort you made are still there in Marble Hornets, preserved forever.
I am glad, because you know what? I encourage anyone that's listening to this, go into, your living room, your parents' living room, your neighbor's living room.
Furiously flip the love seat over.
And make a fort. It's fantastic. It's great. It's like being in your mother's womb again.
Yeah?
You feel safe.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. I might actually go do that now.
And the little cushion in the closet apparently makes a nice bed, according to Ellis. He slept in there a couple of times.
Oh, yeah, Ellis. Do a shout out here. If you watch the credits for Marble Hornets Season 1, you'll notice that there's a credit for set designer, I think I said. It was like set...
Made up title.
Yeah, made up title. Set design, I think. And Ellis is on there. That basically just entailed Ellis coming over, getting our junk mail, ripping it up, and sprinkling it all over the floor. And then, like we said before, furiously flipping over the furniture, which was probably the most satisfying part of that.
Yeah. And we, for his efforts, we upgraded him from just guy that would occasionally sleep in that closet underneath the stairs to full-fledged roommate. But
yeah,
that's a story for another time.
Yeah, it's a story for not Marble Hornets commentary.
Yeah.
But yeah, to sum it up, to sum this entry up in one word for me, would be pain, because we had to do that little tussle there at the end of it. Probably 5 times.
Give or take, yeah.
Yeah, 5, like 3 to 5
until
times.
The flashlight broke.
Yeah, the flashlight broke, and almost the camera broke in this. So we got really paranoid and didn't do this very much. It also destroyed our walls, scuffed them up really bad. I don't know how we did that. We weren't like rubbing our feet on the walls or anything.
Apparently you were.
Apparently. But yeah, this entry 18, it hurt emotionally and physically.
Yay, audio.
So a man comes to a hospital after a serious accident, and he says, Doctor, I can't feel my legs. The doctor said, I know you can't. I've cut your arms off.
Oh.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And entry number 19.
Hi, Tim.
In my own apartment, my own little space in between cinder blocks and wood paneling.
Yep.
It's been around since before my parents were even born.
This right here isn't actually your apartment. That's actually a ship. But
that was actually a ship.
This isn't the apartment
in
either.
another
This is
video.
just a black screen with text on it.
Yeah, but now
Tim's screen does not actually look like a black screen with text on it.
with the lights off, it does.
No, but not really. Anyway, yeah, we're about to see what is what is Tim choking
I
on your
remember
drink.
my first beer.
Yeah, I remember my first beer too.
Oh,
It about went like that. I was
I
like,
feel
this
less
is
important.
good. Yeah, exactly what you just did. Oh hey, look, it's Tim's apartment.
with
All the cinder blocks.
my / Jay's bass guitar, you can see in the background. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Kinda.
We like to say that Jay is in a mediocre electro pop cover band.
Right. What's the band name?
What do you
Saints Blue
think?
Jeans.
Saints Blue Jeans.
Satan's Blue Jeans.
Saints Blue Jeans. Got it. Done.
What was the first album name again? I forgot about
Oh,
that.
goodness. We actually thought of a good one today.
I can't remember what it was.
Now can I.
Oh.
I'm gonna think about it later, and I'll tell you. But
It
anyway,
doesn't matter.
yeah, bass guitar. Jay's really good at it, apparently, because we forgot to move it when we were shooting this.
Oh yeah. He's one of those people that doesn't so much play the bass guitar so much as like punch it and hope it makes noise.
Hey, you know what? Whatever it takes to release stress, especially when.
Also, apparently, he's the kind of guy that sleeps with his lamp on and without a lampshade on it.
Also, with people inside his room.
Well, he's the kind of person that sleeps while thinking about proper lighting effects for a room,
Right.
as if he was shooting a movie.
Yeah, or the kind of guy that just disappears out of nowhere. while he's
Filmmakers, am
sleeping.
I right?
Yeah, right.
Heyo.
Film agents who have no access to
I'm pretty
lighting.
sure
other
Jay's the
than-
kind of guy that poops naked.
Way to steal my joke, Tim. My joke about Brian. Let it be on the record. Let it be on the record that it's my joke, and Tim just fucking stole it. My joke about Brian.
I am so glad that I always have had a private bathroom.
That was my joke, and you stole it.
How much does a pirate pay for corn?
How much?
A buccaneer?
Oh.
Ah!
Stop moving.
I'll move it if I want to.
Here we are at the only half entry we have had in season 1. But, like you said, it's longer than some of the full-length entries.
Yeah,
So-
I think it brought a lot to the table, though. A lot of new material, a lot of interesting plot points.
That's not what people said.
That's not
They
how
called
I
this.
actually
They called this
feel.
entry filler, and I can see how people would say that because, well,
It was.
it kind of was filler.
Yeah.
But we were trying to think of we were trying to sort out entry 20 or something, and we were taking longer than we thought we would take. Surprise.
Yeah.
So
Needless to say,
so I just got to thinking.
we're unorganized.
So I just got to thinking. I said, you know what? We've been going on with Marble Hornets for a while now.
Yeah.
19 entries deep at this point. We should probably have a review session. So people
Yeah.
can catch up.
It's not a series without one of those flashback episodes.
Yeah.
Like, hey, remember when?
Last time on Marble Hornets,
Yeah, clip show.
Jay goes Super Saiyan. I don't know.
Yeah,
That happened.
I remember that.
Yeah, that did happen. It's actually right here
Lost-
after that cuts off.
Yeah, lost episode.
Yeah.
We just didn't have time to put it in because
My hair goes blonde and I
Copyright.
fly out of the roof and take the moon and throw it at Mars.
what?
I don't know. But that's what happened.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think the lens cap was on,
Mm.
so no one really got to see that. The moon came back eventually. I couldn't throw it that far. Nice blue light.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like I'm looking for fingerprints in like CSI or something.
Yeah. Well, we were, but we didn't really understand how lighting worked or how they search for those things. So we're just like,
Oh,
light.
it's a blue light. We can put fingerprints.
We
on
are
it.
legitimately stupid.
We
so
didn't
our
actually.
bad.
We didn't actually think of that.
No,
Did we?
no,
Because I don't think we're that stupid.
no. The power was out.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. There was a pretty big storm that came through and knocked out our power while we were before we shot this. So
had to be lit by flashlight, and for some reason, the one we used was this blue one.
Well, I think this before we had the mag light. No, it was after we had the mag light. I think
Sure?
maybe.
No, because entry 18 was had the old flashlight.
Oh, that's true.
Because we didn't use the mag light until later.
Well, there you go. We figured it out.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
But for this one, for some reason, we used this blue light.
The
That was
Swiss
on
sure do put some random shit on their knives.
They do. This was on the end of a Swiss Army knife.
But thanks.
Thanks for that. If it was on, it's a good thing we didn't show those on the end of a Swiss Army knife, because then people would be like, "Why don't you bring it with you when you go to the house? So you can stab people." Entry 20.
Entry 20. Two guys talking about a script and then a distraction.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tim is always
Which pretty much
distracting
sums up the filming process, I think, really.
Tim's just always distracting us. Period.
That's
He
what I was
just-
talking about. What were you guys talking about?
actually, like he
That's
just,
dirty.
This is actually just raw footage of us talking about what we're going to do, and Tim
It really
just
is.
shows up.
I'm pretty sure we actually scripted.
He didn't even call me. I just showed up, and
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm so sick.
Yeah. Oh God, I gotta take some medicine while you're talking about your scripts and shit.
It's funny how these things work. It's Providence.
Yeah. Wait, what are you going for there?
The picture.
the ugly ass picture of the forest
painting
on
of
fire.
everything being on fire.
I like it. It's soothing.
It's Brian's picture. Like this is actually Brian's picture. He hangs it in his room.
If there's
And-
one thing I hate more than anything else, it's nature and all of its glory, and I wish it
Would
be
just
on
be-
And if there's
fire.
anything you
Right.
love more than anything else, it's fire. So really, they fit.
Best of two worlds.
Yeah, yeah.
Things dying and fire.
But I don't
Nature
see...
being destroyed, the glow being warmed up just a little more.
I don't understand why anyone would ever paint this though. Like when they sit down in front of the blank canvas and they're like, "Man, I really want to paint a picture of a forest, but I don't want to look all pretty and shit." I
Maybe
want
you
it
went
to
through a divorce. Maybe the
maybe
the
halfway
forest-
through.
He was married to a forest.
forest blossoming was a metaphor for his relationship, and then, she slept with guys, I'm being serious. She slept with the pool guy, and he's like, whatever, I'm burning it all down.
I'm burning
She's
this-
not taking anything in the
I'm burning this
divorce.
entire
Slept
goddamn
with a
metaphor
wild
down.
woodsman.
Yeah.
Oh hey, look, it's
Oh,
Tim.
look, there.
Oh, I'm
Tim, I love your hair here. You got kind of a mullet going on.
That's what happens when it hasn't been washed.
Wait, what? You didn't shower before this?
You're
Well,
disgusting.
you call me. What happens? Basically, most of the entries that I'm in is I get a call like, "Hey, can you come over and film Marble Hornets right now?" It's like, well,
Yeah,
I got to
well-
shower first. No, you have to film right now.
And then what happens? You come over and you waste our time talking about chicken balls and ranch, shit.
We
Yeah.
order a pizza.
You
But then,
suck.
like, I don't wash it. But then I have an entire Facebook group devoted to my hair, my
Your sideburns.
my unwashed hair, my dirty unwashed.
And then you came to work sick.
Yeah.
You endangered the entire production.
You could
bastard.
you could
Well, I
like give
brought
us all your
medicine.
horrible goddamn sickness,
I'm gonna catch you on fire.
just like that forest. You know?
Yeah.
You're gonna come over, it's gonna set you on fire. But
Man, some chicken balls and ranch shit actually sounds pretty good right now.
chicken balls.
I know we just ate, but I could go for some ranch.
balls
delicious
that did some ranch.
buffalo chicken balls.
No. Like explain that to us, Tim. Like what is?
It's buffalo chicken kickers. They're chicken balls.
And they
Dip
come
them
with
in some
come with-
ranch and or blue cheese bullshit. And they taste delicious.
Wait,
What did you even do for this entry?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I have kleptomania.
Do you?
Yeah, but don't worry. When it gets bad, I take something for it.
What do you take? Oh, wait a minute.
Ah!
Wait a minute.
It's a joke.
All right, this entry was pretty special, wasn't it? This is the
the
the Red
one,
Tower. Yeah.
This one did a lot in terms of I don't want to say interactive because it wasn't.
Yeah.
But this is the one where we actually live tweeted during the shooting of it.
Yeah.
Gave it a little more of a real time feeling to it.
Right.
I think it went over well. It's not something we can practically do
A lot, yeah.
of, but it was a fun experiment.
It was really fun, and people really seemed to like it. But anyway, this is we're back here at Oak Mountain,
Mhm.
back from entry
Whatever.
what was it? Whatever entry that was in the gazebo.
Yeah.
This is actually far away, or not that far away from the Red Tower right here. It's just kind of like off to the side in these woods right here.
And these are just like animal trails we found. We were just kind of wandering around. It's like, what's a nice little scenic area?
Yeah, well, it makes it look like he's walking through the woods to get there. So, yeah, it was pretty. I liked it. But yeah, it was really fun to do since we were able to live tweet for it and everything, and I was able to like as we were shooting read like people's responses and everything to it. It was really neat. Although it was
probably not that safe to do while I was driving, but whatever.
Yeah, whatever. That's fine. So here we are. The last time we were here, the Red Tower was actually pretty overgrown.
Yeah, they came through here and just cut everything down.
Looking at it now, it looks like it was fairly recent that they it's not like buried in grass anymore because we were afraid about that. We were like, oh god, what if we like get bit by a snake or something while we're trying to make this? And
there's a snake in my boat.
What? Anyway, hey, Red Tower, here it is. The best we could, the best we could tell about the Red Towers as an old climbing wall. Right?
Yeah,
we were like, because you can see the holes going all the way up and everything, but I would definitely not recommend climbing this on any side of it.
Yeah, or inside it.
But hey, you know what? Joseph did that.
Anything for my craft.
That's right. So we walk around. We didn't know this door was here either, I don't think.
Yeah, this was just a happy little accident.
Yeah, we were like, oh, hey, there's a bunch of shit in there. We should just clear that out. And we cleared it out, and we found that there was like a ladder going up the inside of it.
Surprisingly, not that much beer cans.
Yeah, there's like a Sunkist bottle. That's it.
Yeah.
So yeah, here we're on the inside. There's the ladder. It's as dangerous as it looks, I bet. Lots of nails sticking out.
Yeah, it was fun.
But I should also note now that I'm not very good with heights at all.
Really?
And so for this, I was like, Joseph, how do you feel about climbing up this, holding my camera?
Good. I felt good.
And more importantly, if you fell, which would hit the ground first? Like would the camera hit the ground or would you hit the ground?
I think I actually said that I would protect the camera with my life.
Which is good because I wouldn't give it to you any other way. So Joseph, it's probably now that I think about it, it's probably pretty dangerous if you're climbing up this
one-handed
while holding the camera in the other one,
and
getting this little tin we put up here too.
And some of these boards are just as rotted as they look.
Oh yeah,
there were actually a couple of moments. I don't know if it's actually in this final take where I did slip a little bit, and I was like, I better come to terms with my own mortality.
Yeah.
It was...
How did that go, by the way? Did you come to terms?
Yeah, but not at this current moment.
Yeah, later you're like, wow, I could have died.
Yeah.
Like after you were out of harm's way, you're like, I'm really glad I didn't die. I really could have.
I think they're actually...
This maneuver right here, getting the 10, is what impressed me the most because he like straddled.
Yeah.
Like this
no hands.
No hands.
One hand holds the camera, the other just grabs for the 10 while I'm straddling two beams that aren't on the same plane. It was fun.
Eventually, this comes back to me holding the camera. I think there's a little cut here.
Yep,
there
fake
it is.
fall.
Fake fall that I did the fall part.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was all me.
Good job, buddy.
I fall off of ladders very well.
You fall from heights. Well,
yeah. So, hey, look, it's my hand again. So... We got that, and yeah, I was in no danger, but you were definitely, and I appreciate that you're willing to do that.
That's friendship, man.
It's friendship.
You can't tell, guys, but they're hugging right now.
We're hugging. We're still hugging too.
And now it's getting weird because I'm here.
We probably should have left our shirts on during the hug.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of you, but whatever.
Whatever. It's just like we're at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever to make
audio commentary with your shirts off.
Yeah.
That's how I do it. I don't know about you.
Yeah. No.
Oh no, we have to get out of here anyway. Yeah, that's a nice little story, I think.
Yeah.
Of Joseph being brave and me not.
Oh.
All right, this is a fun little entry we got here.
Entry number: abandoned ass building.
Yep. Also known as 22. Also known as the tape.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Do you want to tell the backstory of this place? Or you don't need to.
Go for it.
Okay, so it's very interesting. It's a abandoned mental institution. I'm not making that up. It's like maybe 5-minute drive from our house.
Yeah.
It is absolutely legal to be here because it's like 5 stories tall and maybe about to fall at any minute.
Oh yeah, it's all burned out on this. You can see that for
Yeah, you
yourself.
can see like the ceiling and shit falling down.
It looks like someone tried to burn it down and then realized, oh wait, concrete doesn't really burn.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Maybe they were mentally insane.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Like
all the wood is burned, but all the not wood is not burned. So
Yeah.
I mean,
we actually almost had our second run-in with the police here.
Yep.
One of the plus sides to living near abandoned stuff is we get cool places to shoot. One of the negatives is that it's still private property, and they will call the police on you.
Yeah. As we were walking up here, there's to this building. There's a road that you can't drive up, really, because there's a gate. You have to go over the gate, then walk up this long road straight up to
There's
this
a tree in the middle.
Well,
Now
there wasn't when we shot this.
Oh, but Tim, hey.
Oh, hey, Tim, what's up?
Tim's back, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Hey, what's up? Anyway, way to
been sitting here.
way to make me lose my train of thought.
Sorry about that.
Walking up the road that goes straight up to this main building. This was, obviously in the dead of night, and Joseph and I were walking up this road, completely out in the open, and I just happened to look behind me, and I just said, "Headlights."
Yeah.
And there was like a truck coming down this road. I guess they were able to open up the gate and like we're doing patrols around this. And so Joseph and I, being ninjas, of course, backflip off the road. Unfortunately, I backflipped into a puddle face first.
Yeah.
Joseph backflipped behind a tree.
Standing up, just slowly walking around it out of the view of the truck.
I was like laying on,
just looking at you like, what are you doing?
Like laying in the muddy ass ground. And but luckily, the truck didn't see us, so we were good to keep on trespassing.
Yeah.
And to have video evidence of it.
Yeah.
You actually managed to
bring it. Come at me, bro.
You actually managed to capture a surprisingly small amount of graffiti dicks on camera. So
Well,
I'm
you
actually kinda proud of
see,
you.
that's all me.
That's all the movie magic.
There were plenty of graffiti penises all over the walls when we went through here, but me and my cropping skills.
You added those in After Effects?
Yeah. I took out the graffiti penises that I didn't like and put in my own ones that I just thought were much more tasteful.
Yeah.
Something that's, kind of a shame that it doesn't pick up well on the camera at all is
the sound of this place.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
It had been raining earlier in the day, and at the far end of the basement of this building, we're not in it at this moment right now, but there's a long, long basement of the institution, and at the end there's like this shower room, and there's a bunch of holes through the ceilings and stuff where it's just rotted away or been burned through or what have you. So the rain is falling down through there, sounding just like footsteps at the far end of this big room we're at, and the wind is coming through, going through all the doorways and windows and everything like that, sounding like whispering and everything. Really creepy. Unfortunately, just doesn't get picked up.
Yeah. Also, it was cold.
Yes, it was
cold.
very cold.
That wind that sounded like whispering was like 30 below. You were talking about the basement. That's actually like where we just came from.
Yeah.
So yeah, that place sounded really creepy. This is actually the what was the boiler room?
Yeah.
This is like a boiler room that's actually separate from the.
We didn't add this blood.
Yeah,
by
that
the
blood
way.
was already there.
Yeah,
but this is like a completely separate. From
Wait, seriously?
Yeah,
that blood was already there.
People come in
gloss
here
over that.
and two things they like to do is one, draw dicks on everything because who doesn't?
Yeah. I'm drawing a dick
Can't
right
wait
now.
to know what 2 is.
And two, just like take red paint and stuff and splatter it all around in creepy places, trying to make it look like blood.
Yeah.
And it worked great for us. So
Yeah.
thank you, whoever you were.
Yeah. Thank
You,
you. Thank you for trying to make the place look spooky and scary.
It worked all right.
Yeah. This camera shaker guy right here, it looks really cool, but that's half me shaking the camera on purpose to make Seth look scared, and the other half is just me being freezing ass cold.
Yeah.
So yeah, this took
Clever editing here.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
It's good stuff.
And
I kind of
did anything.
I kind of got really good at making a camera look like it was dropped.
Yeah.
But no cameras were ever dropped in the making of this.
That kind of looks like a panda to me.
Sad panda.
Yeah, like I thought that looked a lot cooler when I was making it, but it looked kind of like a panda to me.
Alex, what's up?
Anyway,
Good.
later that night in our apartment, here's Joseph.
This took a long time to do because I am terrible at everything.
Especially
Especially remembering the lines.
The names of the people you love.
Yeah. you're like, Seth is gone.
And then
Brandon is not. He doesn't exist.
Ah, crap.
Ulysses, I don't even know what happened to that guy.
Good book, though.
I don't know where he is,
Just
man.
goes off on James Joy. It's a nice hat, though, I have to say.
Thank you. I don't
Is that
even...
that's my hat.
Is that yours?
That's my brown hat that I never wear.
Yeah.
So I was like, Joseph, you're not wearing enough brown.
Yeah.
So I'll just give you my brown hat.
This little shadow effect was also just pure accident, but it did it, and we had the screen on the camera flipped around so I could look at what was happening right there.
Right there, yeah.
And Troy was reaching for something, and that happened. I was like, do that again. That's awesome.
Like the first time we did it, that Joseph's like desk lamp is like right off the side, like making the shadow on his face. This is how we light things. Just give me your desk lamp. And I was standing on the side of it, and the way I could make my hand made it look like it was coming out of the wall. It was really sweet.
You know, Marble Hornets in a nutshell. That looks cool.
That
Let's
looks
do it
cool.
again.
Let's go with that.
All right, this is Kirill, the producer on Marble Hornets. I'm gonna do one of mine. A woman was pregnant with triplets, and one day she goes into this bank as it's being held up, and she gets shot 3 times in her stomach. But somehow she survives, and she goes to the doctor, and the doctor tells her, not only are you fine, but all 3 of your kids lived, and at some point the bullets are going to come out. So 13 years later, one triplet, this girl, runs out of the bathroom and says, Mom, I was going to the bathroom and a bullet came out. So the mom tells her the story. Next day, the second daughter comes out and says the same thing. Mom, I was going to the bathroom and a bullet came out. Tells her the same story. On the third day, the son comes out and says, Mom. And she goes, let me guess. You were going to the bathroom and a bullet came out. He says, no, I was jerking off and I shot the dog.
You remember how Roger Ebert left that little comment that said each episode is admirably brief? I think that was before we made this one.
I think that was right before we made this one.
Probably, but I could understand if you rescinded that statement after this.
Kind of looks like a giant middle finger to him now.
Because not only is it short, but not only is it brief, but it's also not admirable either. So.
Oh.
Oh.
That's mean.
Well done.
Tim, tell us the story.
Being mean.
Tim is being very
Oh,
being very
I don't
moody.
even have
Tell us a story about love.
stories. I don't have any stories about love either.
It started in Marble Hornets.
Well, I first found out about it after about entry number 3, and it was because Troy instant messaged me. I think on the AOL instant messenger, which shows you this was a couple of years ago, and he was like
Way back when.
way back in the day, and he just goes, "Hey, you go on a 4chan occasionally, right?" And I go, "Maybe every once in a while." He goes, "Oh, well, have you seen the those creepy videos that have been posted on there? Those Marble Hornets videos?" And I go, "No." And he says, "Well, we've been doing those." So don't tell anyone.
It's like I was expecting him to be like, "Yes, this is really
He
cool."
sound-
I'd be like, "Oh, I made
He
those."
sounded genuinely upset that I never heard about them. Just like,
But, it's
I
like
kicked him in the puppy or something.
Ow, my puppy.
In the puppy.
Ow, my puppy. No, it's like I was talking to you, like, oh, he's gonna say yes, and I'd be like, well, guess what? We made that. But then you say you've never heard of it, but then I'm just like, oh, well, I'm just gonna tell him anyway.
I've already started this thread of
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah.
There's no turning back now.
I could have just been like, well, don't watch them; they're terrible, or like, well, you should watch them. Bye. But instead, I was like, we made those, happy face. But then you just kicked me in the puppy.
Those. Don't tell anybody. Yes, sir. Yes,
It's
ma'am.
a secret.
It is legend. Man,
But yeah, that's
this entry's entirely too long.
Yeah, that's 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's,
I know what we could talk about. Ow, My Puppy. What if that was a TV show?
Ow, my puppy.
How would you do that?
And there's always a guy that comes in and says, "Ow, my puppy!"
Oh
And that's
no,
great.
my
Yay.
puppy!
Hey, we could use Rocket.
Oh.
Rocket's not a puppy anymore, though.
She looks like a
You
puppy.
play
so-
puppy.
Whatever.
She looks like a puppy. I mean, there are plenty of people that play high school kids that definitely aren't in high school anymore.
It's called. It's actually a TV trope. It's
Oh, yeah.
called Dawson casting,
Huh.
where you know how it shows Dawson's Creek. Well, everyone looked entirely too old to be in high school.
Yeah, because
Right.
they were all 30.
Yeah, they're all like 30, and so like that's called Dawson casting.
Yeah.
Where, like you cast people that are entirely too old to be portraying the age that they are.
Which is, I was kind of upset because when I was watching Marble Hornets and you guys were like supposed to be in college, I was hoping to see like a guy in his like mid-30s.
Yeah. Someone with like peppered hair, you know.
You know,
some
got
peppered
some
hair.
gray going on right here. Of
Touch of
course.
gray.
A
Yeah.
touch of gray. Just like, yeah, my college roommate gave me these tapes.
Yeah, my college roommate, he gave me these tapes. I don't even know what's going on. I
He
need to
gave me
watch
these
them.
tapes and these Grateful Dead records. And he was like,
I listened to the Grateful
And he
Dead
just-
first.
He can't decide where he's from either. He just uses random accents.
Creole meets Canadian meets Irish.
Yeah. I like it.
I've been in college school. I don't even know what I'm gonna major in. I'm
A
just
little bit of
gonna do the
Brooklyn,
drugs.
I've been doing 3 whole years of book learnings by this point.
I love our stereotypes of mid-30s idiots from Brooklyn.
Everyone over 30, you are too old for this show.
Come out
Yeah.
the closet,
If,
Jay.
if you're
That
over
joke,
30 and you're
yeah,
enjoying
sorry.
this, thanks, but
Thank you, but
but what are you doing with your life? Come on.
Yeah.
And it's your birthday.
Oh wow! I totally forgot. By the way, that we go back to old Rice again.
This might actually be where it's all cold and creepy and
No.
water.
I remember
is it cold
specifically.
and creepy all the time?
Well, yeah.
This is all of them are shot in the winter.
This is the one where it was raining.
Yeah.
Because you can see the water everywhere.
Man, focus the camera. Jeez.
Yeah, seriously, who shot this?
Me.
This is a bunch of bullshit is what this
You
is.
can always tell. Well, no, you can always tell when I'm holding it when Joseph's holding it because when Joseph holds it, it looks like shit, and when I hold it, it looks really great.
It looks like a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Oh, this is. I do remember this part because our flashlights actually kept going out. We had 2 flashlights, but
No. That was the last one. That was the first one that we were just watching.
Whatever.
This is when we have the mag light.
You guys don't,
This could have been that one. You know.
We're so
you
confused.
don't even know what entry you're watching. This is so amateur.
Man, why you have to? Why you have
This
to?
is-
This
you know,
is Intro 43, right?
Yeah.
It's a solid entry, guys. It's a little long, but it's a solid entry.
I feel like it could have been split up into 2 things, but you know, we hadn't figured out how to do that yet.
It was one thought though.
Yeah.
You know,
one complete.
it went through the whole "where am I?" very disorienting and everything, and
Yeah.
ended up at a really creepy place. So.
Yeah, and like we walked the exact same route that we walked in the previous one. It's just not in night vision now.
Maybe he needed to be sped up a little bit, but I think overall.
Oh, these stairs. These stairs. They're like falling down. Like the like slope was just going backwards. It's like climbing
No,
a
don't talk to
mountain.
Joseph about stairs.
Yeah, you're a baby.
Wait, what? Why can I talk about stairs?
I thought you hated stairs.
I hate stairs. Oh, I hate them because I'm so lazy, but,
Yeah. Oh yeah, we talked about that when you weren't here.
but I'm not afraid of them.
Oh, you're not afraid? I got the impression that you were like afraid of them.
No, I'm not afraid of them. I'd prefer not to. I'd prefer to
Oh.
be like actually have. I'm hoping the DVD sells well, so I can hire people to carry me places.
Or buy one of those old people little escalator things.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
The thing that goes
Those
like,
are amazing.
you know, it's apparently steam powered. You know,
Yeah, or fart powered.
let me just hop on here and you're up to the top. You know,
Yeah.
man, this entry is
Man, your
incredibly too
camera
long.
is really showing its age here. You got a
I know
lot.
it really kept glitching out here. Oh god, you know. This I really wanted to climb into those boilers. Not boilers. What are these called? These little furnaces. But I'm not easily scared, but I would not do that.
Little baby is what you are.
You were more scared than I was whenever we were here.
Oh yeah, well I climbed the red tower.
Have you got little babies don't get scared because they don't know anything.
Oh.
So
You've never seen me around babies.
I take offense to that. I'm actually a little
as
baby.
a little baby,
As a little baby, I take offense
Speaking
to
on
that.
the behalf of the little baby community, I really present this
the
statement.
LBC.
Yeah. Little baby. Give me
Whatever the opposite of high definition is, this is what this intro was shot at, right?
It's mean. I made it look bad on purpose, okay?
On purpose.
Recording audio commentary, not a roast.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, what is this right here? Was it filled with a turd?
Oh, that's right. I forgot we have to pretend to be friends. I'm really alone all the time.
But whenever we go ahead with season 2, it's gonna have a subtitle: Marble Hornets season 2. I forgot we have to pretend to be friends. Okay, so a man works at a pickle factory, and he comes home one day to his wife, and he says, "Honey, I was working at the factory, and I really wanted to stick my penis in the pickle slicer." And the wife says, "Well, you didn't do it, did you?" And he said, "Oh no, of course not. I didn't do it." And so the next couple of days, the man keeps coming back and says, "Honey, I don't know how much longer I can control myself. I really have to put my penis in the pickle slicer." She goes, "Honey, just control yourself. You really shouldn't do that." And so finally, like a week later, the man comes back and says, "Honey, I'm so sorry. I just couldn't take it anymore. I stuck my penis in the pickle slicer." And she says, "Oh my God, honey, what happened?" And he goes, "She got fired."
Hey, we get to see where I live.
It
in
is
real life,
It's
anyway.
a sty, sir.
I don't even want to talk about that. I almost feel ashamed about this entry because, Troy really... Well, they didn't really have to do any kind of set preparation just because I was already just dirty enough.
Dirty boy. Look at this.
In fact, that was why... I think that was why he chose it, just because he had to do absolutely no... do I have to dirty the place up? No, it's dirty enough already.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Well, we had to move it around a little bit. We had to
We moved a chair.
Yeah. We moved the chair against the door.
Move some plates to the left.
Yeah.
Move name brand stuff out of the shot.
Yeah.
And move a chair in front of the door, and bam, crazy person.
Crazy person lives here now. And turn on the Weather Channel, or no, it wasn't the Weather Channel that was on.
No, it was it was some local access channel that was showing it was a
Traffic.
camera that was showing one of the highways in the middle of town.
Yeah.
But it was also just playing just random show tunes music.
Yeah.
And there was more than once where we just had to stop shooting because we were laughing so hard at the random ass music that was.
It was
popping up.
it was like just happy upbeat jazz.
I really like
music.
this shot for some
It
reason.
was very
Upbeat jazz music with Jay acting kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Him going through Marble Hornets, and he has to have this music to relax himself or something. I don't know. It's like, I just can't handle it anymore. I have to have the
Marble Hornets loses all its effect with elevator music. I feel like.
I feel like every
I think
entry
most
would be
things
greatly improved if every time I said entry number, it would just have elevator music.
Just elevator or like Benny Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of these entries definitely should be.
Or Nickelback.
Yeah, Nickelback.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Don't even joke about that.
Nickelback
Why-
and Stain.
Wait, why can't we joke about Nickelback?
Don't ever
Troy really likes Nickelback. You're offending him.
Nickelback is not a toy. Don't mess with it. Right? Don't. I'm not saying no. This sounds wrong. I'm not saying don't mess
You
with
do
it.
not
as
invoke the name of Nickelback on light pretenses, sir.
Yeah, like you don't mess around. I'm not saying don't mess with it as in I love it, stay away from it. I'm saying it's dangerous, stay away from it.
Like the Necronomicon.
Yeah, it's pretty much like an Evil Dead.
Yeah.
It's like, don't say their name 3 times or Chad Kroger will show up and waggle his wavy hair in your face.
And
Oh,
sing
go
about,
like,
and sing about his childhood.
Here, but the hair's Marble Hornets.
Because Creed wasn't enough.
Yeah. Basically, long story short, with this entry, I hate Nickelback.
So a man and a giraffe walk into a bar. Have you heard this one?
No.
No? It's a good one. So anyway, a man and a giraffe walk into a bar, and they're drinking a while, and giraffe's a real lightweight, so he passes out, and bartender's like, "Oi, what's that lion there?" Guy says, "That's not a lion, that's a giraffe." Ah!
Okay, cool. Do we have any stories to tell?
I don't know about stories, but I've been wanting to pitch to you guys for a while. I've had this idea
Is this
It-
kind
it
of
could
like
be-
having the sex talk
Well,
with
I
your
mean-
mom while you're driving?
Kind
Can't
of,
get
yeah.
away?
But like, you know, I've considered. I was wanting to ask you for a long time if I could guest direct, you know, my own entry. Maybe even
Okay.
spin off to my own series if the thoughts in my head end up being as good
That's cool.
on camera. You know, maybe even sell my own DVD if it goes that way. If it goes
All right.
that far.
I
But,
guess this is like.
I mean, the
ambitious.
first entry, I was thinking we could start off with it could just be a really tight close up of Jay. And
so we're
he
using
would
the same
be
characters.
He would
Right.
be he would essentially be the same character in his motivations, but
Are we
he would
talking
be
like
sort
alternate
of
universe or?
like, oh no, this would be the real thing. This would be
Okay.
the real
So
thing.
this is an entry of Marble Hornets.
Exactly,
All right.
exactly. And it would just be a close up, a really tight close up of Jay, and he'd have these big sunglasses on, and he'd be, you know, smoking a cigarette, drinking some coffee,
Okay.
you know, kind of like in the method of like the French New Wave.
What?
You know, like, I mean, I've always been a fan of Jean-Luc Godard, and I think he really could his style could bring something to this series.
What do you?
All right, serious
As
question. Where
in-
does this fit in plot wise?
Yeah,
like,
Well, I mean, we
is this
could,
a one-off or
well, we
what?
could, I'm
What-
sure we could write something.
What are you gonna call it?
I mean, I was thinking maybe something along the lines of like Marble Hornets.
This
Maybe,
is the stupidest thing I've
maybe
ever heard.
Myrtle,
Why are you wasting our
Myrtle,
commentary time
Myrtle,
telling us this shit?
Myrtle Dringduts.
Here we are, the very end.
Oh, what a long road it's been. Get it?
I guess we're looking at a road, driving on a road.
Fuck you, buddy.
But yeah, thank you for watching and listening to us talk, not about this mostly.
Couldn't have done it without you.
Yeah, so you know, pat yourself on the back.
You're the
Good job,
best
well
fans
done.
we could have ever had.
I could honestly think of better ones, but I mean, you got to play with.
That's
the hand
not very
you're dealt,
nice.
You know,
I like you guys.
I like you personally. You, the one watching and listening to this right now.
You know
You're my
who you
favorite.
are.
You know who you are, yeah.
You're my favorite.
But other than thanking you, I think we should just kind of thank. First of all, I want to thank you guys for making Marble Hornets.
Aw.
No problem.
Let's thank Tim.
Our
It's all
pleasure.
in a day's work.
Tim deserves to be thanked as well.
Thanks, Tim.
Whenever they let me out of my cage.
Yeah. Sure.
Speaking of which, why are you out right now?
I let him out. I'm sorry.
You really should.
Now he's going to be used to it.
We really
He's pouting.
Actually, it's been a while since we've taken him outside to use the grass.
It really, really has, guys.
He'll be fine for the rest of this.
And sunlight's good for his hair.
Obviously, want to thank everything that started this. Something Awful, 4chan, Unfiction, Eric Knudsen, great
Yeah,
guy.
We should probably thank him for everything that he's started here.
Yeah, we actually mentioned him in our special thanks on the credits, but we can't thank him enough. He was the inspiration for all this, and we just kind of jumped off and did our own thing from that idea he gave us.
What else? We should thank La Quinta Inn for housing us while we
Yeah.
recorded this.
Yeah,
It's
It's
fantastic.
a wonderful motel. If anybody is looking for a place to stay for about $50 a night,
I think they have hourly rates too.
they do have hourly rates. That's actually how I booked this place.
All right.
Yeah. So this is the hourly room.
Which is even more disturbing considering that I remember seeing a handicap sticker on the outside of his door. So
Yeah, there is one. Yeah, we got a good
What
4
else?
minutes left to talk.
Well, we should. We have more people to thank.
Yeah,
I mean, Brian, Seth, Mary Kathleen,
yeah.
Beth Ann.
Your
Beth
parents.
Ann, Beth Ann.
Of
who
course,
you're
our
about-
Your
parents,
parents
yeah.
had sex. Otherwise, Marble. I'm just being honest. If your parents hadn't had sex, we wouldn't have Marble
Thanks,
Hornets.
Mom. Thanks, Dad.
We should really thank your parents.
it's like
They
I
had
don't,
sex.
I don't know if you knew this, but
I'm-
your parents did this thing.
Technically, if you think about it, you came from your father's penis. Just throwing it out there.
Literally.
Why don't you think about that?
Thanks, Dad.
So, thank you, Dad. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Budweiser, for letting us say these things
Yeah.
without thinking about them.
Almost forcing us in some ways.
Thanks, THX for making this microphone we're talking into. I don't know.
Yeah.
Thanks, combos.
Combos are great.
Pepperoni.
I didn't
flavor.
even know they still made combos. So.
You obviously don't love combos as much as I do.
I don't think I've ever even actually had a combo.
Really?
You mind if I try one right now?
I want you
The
to
first
try
time.
it.
What flavor is this? The
Pepperoni.
first time I will ever try a combo captured on tape.
Audio.
Hold on.
Audio.
This is huge.
What do you think?
What? Hold on.
Is it a
Hold on.
religious
He's
experience?
thinking about it.
He's thinking.
Let him think about it.
I can't tell if he's disgusted or if he's thinking. But
He always looks like
If
he's
it's anything
disgusted.
but elation, I'm kicking him the fuck out.
I don't even know what to say to this. It tastes like that fake pizza seasoning they used to put on those old pizzeria chips when I was a kid.
Get the fuck out.
Get out.
Get out.
But it's
I don't like
it's
the
kind
tone.
of it's kind of good though.
No, I don't like the tone of voice you're using.
Yeah.
No, you can't turn this
Can I have
around
another
now.
combo?
Another.
Yes, you can have it.
Look what you've done to me. Oh,
It's like I just introduced him to crack.
First hit's always free.
Yeah.
Now you gotta pay for every combo you want.
no.
Yeah.
We should thank Crack.
Yeah,
I don't
thanks,
actually-
crack.
For making this shot right here happen.
I don't pay for combos. It's just I'm kind of in a contract with them. That's kind of why I'm in this series in the first place.
Wait, what?
What? Well, no, I mean
So like
instead of paying for these combos, I just like show up in these videos for you guys.
Is that how you guys pay him in combos?
Yeah,
It is now.
That's-
pay you in combos.
that's
it was
sad.
gum after they saw those commercials, but then I realized combos were better bargaining chips.
Yeah.
Chips
But,
might be the best bargaining chips.
Again, guys, thank you so much for
Yeah.
buying the DVD.
we gotta
listening
wrap
to
it up
us.
here.
I
Shoot
honestly,
the shit.
guys. Nobody's listening at this point. I don't know who you're talking to. This is people who turned this off an hour ago.
Thanks for listening, I guess.
Oh no!
That's the end.
Is that the end?
That's
Almost.
the end.
It's
almost
almost
the end.
Just stretch it out as long as possible. Bye.
Bye.